My name is Olumide Ojadira. I'm from Oyo State in Nigeria. My academic background is archaeology. Currently, I'm also doing a PhD where I focused on zooarchaeology. Yeah, I schooled in Paris, and it was a great experience for me. Well, the education system, or let me just say the education for me wasn't that easy because my program was in French and I had no knowledge of French before starting the program. So when I got into the program, I needed to learn French, though it was difficult, but I was able to learn, and eventually I was able to speak French and do well in my studies. But it was tough initially, I'll say. The greatest moments in my academic career, I've had a lot of great moments. I would say start from undergrad when I got my project, my final year thesis published. I think that was a great moment, and that really opened doors for me in my career. Yeah, also in my masters, in Paris, I also had a series of great moments that had to do with meeting top researchers in my field. I usually go to Spain for like a field work and usually come across like leading researchers in my field. So I think that's a great thing for me. So yeah, I'm currently based in the United States. So I'm just here for my PhD, continuing my career. Yeah, I wouldn't say it was difficult. It wasn't difficult. It was easy for me. It wasn't like my first experience traveling. Like I think going for Erasmus has helped me a lot to travel and learn how to like settle in. So it wasn't difficult. First day in the United States wasn't really special. Yeah, it was just like normal moving in. I was able to secure an apartment before leaving Paris, so I just went into my apartment straight away, and it was very easy. Right from the airport, I was just got like a Uber to take me home, and I already had the address, so it was quite easy, I would say. Yeah. Well, one thing about visa application is that I want to say that it's different from countries to countries. When I was applying, because I had a lot of Nigerian friends who went to the United States already, so I had to like reach out to them. Do you have any advice, any hint on visa, interview? Because I thought it's the same story. We know how difficult Nigerian visa interview can be, especially to the United States. So, I reached out to my friends. I got like sample questions on, possible questions they could ask me. And but when I got to the interview, to me, I wouldn't say it was an interview. It was just like, a chit chat. Everything the man asked me was already in my high 20. He only asked me two questions. It was like, what are you going to the United States to do? And I'm like, you can he's in the high 20. I'm going there for a PhD. Okay. He asked me, how do you intend to fund your research, your PhD? I told him I got a scholarship, teaching assistant position and all. And I was like, oh, congratulations, good for you. And he gave me the paper, told me visa will be ready in like a week. And then I was surprised because I thought they were going to ask me a lot of questions. You know how strict Nigeria embassy, US embassy can be. But it was nothing close to that in Paris, United States embassy. It was really smooth. It was easy for me. What I thought made my visa application easy. I don't know. I think that is how they do visa interview in Europe. You can't compare how visa interview is conducted in Africa, especially Nigeria, where a lot of people. There's been like an influx of Nigerian students, tourists, and people into the United States, lately. And you can't compare that process to Europe, where people don't really, people only go for specific things, and usually most people go for tourism. I think that was why mine was easy. Well, I do have a girlfriend. I'm not single. My type of woman is my girlfriend. Yeah, for me, views about ladies in the United States. Yeah, I think they want, interesting people that can start like interesting conversation. They don't really like boring people. Nigerians, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I really can't comment on that, but I think ladies in different part of the world are just special. What their needs or what they are looking for varies based on the peculiarities of the countries they're from. American women or Nigerian women. I'm not the best person to ask that question. Well, I had a girlfriend in Europe, in France. It was great, so I prefer my Europe experience because she was sweet, great, and respectful. What I miss so much about Nigeria, so my family, my friends, Nigeria is home, so there's no place like home. I miss family, friends, food, stuff like that. African leaders, okay, my only advice is that, they should stop embezzling money and try to do something. Even though corruption is not an exclusive preserve of Africa, it's everywhere, but I think the level at which African government embezzle is just too much, and they should please reduce it and try to at least do something for the people. Yeah. Basic amenities shouldn't be a problem in the 21st century. So I think the African leaders know what to do. They travel here, they know what to do. So I'm not really, I don't think they need any advice. They don't need it. They know what to do. So they should just do it. I think Africa can be great. We have a lot of great minds everywhere. So yeah, Africa can definitely be great if the government are deliberate about developing the countries, because when we have great minds and they're not elected or they are not put in power, and there's nothing we can do. I definitely believe in a greater Africa, and with togetherness and diligence and the intent to come back home even after going to acquire knowledge and the ability to apply all this knowledge to our native countries and continents is very important, and I think that will help us a lot as Africans. Yeah. Thank you so much for having me on this YouTube channel, and please follow this channel. It's really great. I think you'll learn a lot, and a lot of things that will help you grow.